we need to be able to track our customer across devices, across channel, meaning on the PC, on a tablet, another PC at work, and of course a smartphone. So customers today are using all these devices, and it's not easy to follow that customer across all these devices. So that's the first challenge that we face. And second, once we are able to track that individual, we need to learn what are the interests of that user, what is the intention to buy and for which product. So we need to sense and build that user profile. Now, mobile is a great opportunity to accomplish both goals, because mobile is huge today. 1 in 3 phones today being sold are already smartphones. More smartphones are going over the counter than PCs today. And maybe this slide will put it into more context even. If you look at the slides on the left, you have mobile subscriptions. And as you can see, there are more people in the world today with access to mobile subscriptions than access to electricity or safe drinking water. It's crazy, right? So mobile is big, that's for sure. And so what we want to do, what we actually do, is we use the mobile as a device to uniquely profile a customer 24/7 and use that for personalized targeting. Actually, see here are the 3 steps that we work at. The first one, step 1 to the left, is we want to get that user on mobile, right? Because then we can put that cookie there, then we have the big opportunity of that personalized profiling and that personalized targeting. So step 1 is get the user engaged on mobile. The second step is then build that actual user profile. So for that we have our product called TapSense, which is a profiling engine, which is included into the app of the brand, the app of the retailer, for example, and that will build a unique user profile based on the actions of that person. And then once we have that profile built, step 3 is to actually target that user with personalized offerings. So for that we use TapTarget. So again, sorry, this is very hard to read. Step 1 is how we create mobile engagement. Of course, it's different for every customer, but mainly what we do is we give customers a compelling reason on the website to continue that session on mobile. So in case of automotive, I'll come back to that, it can be to store your ideal car, the car that you configured, and store that on your mobile to keep it with you. Step 2 is then to build the actual user profile, what's in there, all the interests, all the products that the user looked at, with scoring, but also context information. What's the location of that person? What's the activity of that person? Is that person driving a car? If he's driving a car, it makes no sense to send a push notification for further reading of information, right? So that's very useful information to have that context. So that's all part of the profile that we built. And eventually we even estimate the mood of a person. If we know that person is at home, that person will be more relaxed, more inclined to look at products than if that same person is on his way to work. So, and as I said before, step 3 is then to target the individual user with a personalized offering, taking into account that actual context. That can be done automatically in an app. It can be done through push notifications, it can be an email, but it can also be a call center where the telemarketing person gets insight into the user profile and can use that to have a more personalized communication with that user. So briefly go over 2 example use cases. One is swipe to mobile, where you can see in a bit more detail how our swipe to mobile works for automotive. So here is a website of a brand. And I am a customer looking to buy a new car, and what I do is I use the car configurator to build my ideal model with all the options that I like to have, and then I click the button send to mobile to store that in my pocket, because I want to keep that as a reference with me. So then we make it very easy for that user to continue that session on mobile through QR codes, short URLs, sending SMS or email, it's up to the customer. And this is all anonymous, so in no circumstances does the user have to actually log in. Once that user is on the mobile side, we will then convert that user to the mobile app, because an app is more a permanent presence on the device. And once that user has the app, he or she can use it in store to compare, for example, the ideal model with the stock models in the store. But we can also send a coupon to do a test drive on a Saturday morning 5 kilometers from your home. So all this information can be fed to the user based on that profile. And a second use case is what we call the adaptive app. Here we go one step further. Instead of just offering a coupon or a push notification, the app by itself will adapt to the profile of the user and more important, to the context of that user. So let's go through the whole cycle. In retail, for example, I want to buy a new digital camera. And here I'm at home, looking at all the different models, and I can make my selection. And while I'm doing it in the app, as you can see, we are building up that profile to the left. So you have all the indicators that are moving from left to right. Once that I found my ideal model, this can be 2 days later. I'm typically in my car on my way to the shop, and I use the same app to find my route, to find my way to the shop. And this app will automatically detect that I'm in the car, so it will push the routing information to my screen by default. And then I park my car, I'm walking towards the store, and then just to make sure that we do actually get that user in the store, what we do is we send a personalized coupon, 15% off of that Nikon D70 that I looked at for 3 days, 500 meters from my current location. So we make sure that we convert that person to an actual shop visitor. And then in store, I can do a product comparison, I can scan QR codes to make my final decision. So this is all done in one individual app that actually knows what I'm doing. At the end, I buy my camera, and I can immediately earn points. So even the loyalty is part of the app, which is yet another important part of building that customer loyalty. And then when I'm back at home, again in the same app, of course we know what model the customer has bought, so we can provide detailed after-sale information, such as, for example, product manual. So this is really one adaptive app. That's really the goal that we have with the profiling engine that we built to enable these apps for retail and for other verticals. So in conclusion, as I said before, the smartphone is a cookie that sticks to your customer. So we believe there's a huge opportunity to turn that mobile presence that you probably already have, to turn that into a powerful one-on-one marketing tool. Thank you for your attention.